every driver that's legally doing this down here has never been in an accident.
Wow. But you're so once you take an accident, you lose your license?
Well, you have to renew it every year.
Okay.
And once they review, they do a background check, drug check, credit check, everything every year. And if you fail it, you don't get your hack license. And if you don't get your hack license, you can't do this anymore. Not legally.
Wow. One in the back and one in the front. I want to go back and front. Let's want to get in this baby seat.
Well, these are just cosmetic. They're just to make you look cool. With your hairdo, this would look really cool. Let me put your seatbelts on. I know you Canadians like seatbelts. And you're not going to give me no shit for texting and driving, are you? I know in your country you can't do that, but remember, we're free over here to do whatever the hell we want.
I have seen those comments.
I don't want to. I don't want to go pass it back.
All right. I was just at your ship, MSC Divina, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
The expensive cruise.
Yeah, actually, it's not as expensive as the World America. That's the more expensive one. Divina and World America are going back to back at that terminal. Yeah.
We get to see the brand new ship.
No, it's not there today.
Oh, it's not?
In other words, Divina and World are switching.
Okay.
You know, like you'll be out to sea, and then World America will come there. They're never there at the same time.
So is it only the 2 ships in that port?
No, there's 5 today.
Okay.
5 or 6. Oh, really? All right. I'll lower the music and let you hear it, let you listen to it. How do you watch it? What are you watching on? On an app?
No, we were watching it at the hotel.
Oh, okay. Can we watch it on YouTube or no? I would like to listen to it. Can't watch it on YouTube. No? All right. How are you watching it?
It's on the on a GM.
What is that?
It's a TV app.
What is that?
It's not YouTube, right?
No.
It's not a website?
No, it's an actual TV app. What?
Canadians play for the Panthers?
Not that many. Some do.
I was on Fort Lauderdale Beach the day that they had a parade for them. And they all went into the bar. It's a very legendary bar in Fort Lauderdale Beach called the Elbow Room. It's been there since the 50s. And they brought the Stanley Cup there, and then they dented it. And when I was there, I saw them dent it. He just lifted it up over the balcony, and everybody was screaming. And then when he pulled it back, it hit the bar, and it dented. So they said they're gonna fix it for them.
Hey, Mom. Let's score. Brought the where I live in Ontario, we got NHL player that we had an NHL player that lived there, and he brought the cup home to Belleville, and his name is Andrew Shaw, and the old arena that we had there. He brought. It was big. It was packed full of people, and
it was kind of silly because people don't even follow hockey here, and they were just drunk. All the people at the bar, and half of them didn't even know who they were. Half of them didn't know what that. Half of them didn't know what was going on. They were just going, woo! You know, it was funny. It was funny, yeah. Like a lot of people didn't know. Oh, that's a celebration because the Panthers won the Stanley Cup. But people at the beach were in their bathing suits, you know, girls running around in their G-strings, all like celebrating. But nobody knew what was going on. Half the people didn't know what was going on. It was funny.
Oh, wow.
It was on the beach. You know, half of them are tourists.
They just knew something was happening.
They knew it was a hockey team, I guess, because they had jerseys on, but not like the jerseys that they wear on the ice. They had like just regular jerseys that were shirts, like the ones they sell with their names on. They were wearing those jerseys, and a lot of them they cut off the sleeves. They make tank tops out of them, and they were throwing some shirts out, but nobody knew. I don't think anybody knew that. Oh, you know what? We watched them on the TV. That was the Florida Panthers.
Yeah.
I did go to one Florida Panthers game down here, and I really like it because it's so cold in that arena. So I really appreciated the temperature. The game was great, I guess, but I like just being in the cold.
Oh yeah.
And I love that.
Well, you should come visit Ontario this year because it is very cold.
Yeah. I'll tell you. Oh, there's the Miami Dolphin football stadium, and then there's the racetrack that they do the F1 races at. They do They have a racetrack around that stadium. I should have showed that to you sooner. That's pretty cool. The only time you see that is when you're on this Turnpike. I forgot what I was going to say. My dementia's setting in. I know what I was going to say. So, about a week ago, I picked up a family in Fort Lauderdale, and I brought them to Utah to go skiing. And they would, when I picked them up, they were very upset that there was no snow. The snow all melted because it was like 50 degrees up there, and it was 40 degrees here. So it was actually colder in Florida than it was in Utah on a mountain in a ski resort. That just shows you how crazy the weather was and why it's so cold where you are too. I mean, it's very crazy, right? I mean, Utah 60 or 50, Fort Lauderdale 40. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. We had all dead iguanas falling down on the palm trees.
No.
Yeah, we walked outside and dead iguanas not dead, they freeze and they gotta thaw out a little bit before they come back to life, but they look dead. But some of them do fall and hit their head and maybe die. But most of them fall and then they thaw out, and then we all kill them anyway when they fall. We're licensed to kill in South Florida. Can't torture, but you can kill.
Are you overrun with them?
Yeah, they're invasive species. They're not allowed here. They're eating all the fruit and eating all the vegetation, and they're digging holes, and they're pooping on the sidewalks, and the dogs are eating them and getting sick or dying.
Jeez.
So we're allowed to kill them if they're on our property, but we're not allowed to torture them. So most people have air guns, and they just shoot them in the head with the air gun. That's what I do. I shoot them.
Sounds like you with squirrels, Mom.
Yeah, I shoot them with the air gun. My air gun's called the Bone Collector. Gammo Bone Collector. Really good. 10-shot magazine. Excellent. Every time I go home, I look up in my bougainvillea tree and wonder why I don't have any purple, beautiful flowers. The thing looks like a weed without flowers. And now and then I'll see one munching on them, and boom, got them. And they shake like this. And then they die. But I gotta cut all these people off over here. I hate to do this, but I have no choice, really. I hate to do it. I hate to do this. But we are in America. And
Oh, cutting people off happens in Canada too.
yeah, I really don't cut off. I ask permission, nicely. I don't force the issue. Most people won't let me in because they think I'm a cheat. But there will be one person that'll say, "Oh, look, that guy's trying to get in. Let me let him in." So you don't cut over and try to get over there. What you do is you stop, and then eventually there'll be somebody that'll want you to get in because they don't know how long you've been sitting there with the blinker on. They're just being nice.
I was thinking.
Maybe. There are a lot of Canadian drivers here. You're right. I've been seeing a lot of Canadian license plates. You're right. Yeah, we love Canadians in this country, but it seems like Canadians don't love us. I don't know why. I mean, you know, I always say, you know, some Americans go to Canada. Not all, not a lot, some. And the ones that go, they never go back. They only go once. But look at all the Canadians that come to this country, mostly Florida, maybe New York, I guess, California, Vegas, wherever they go, but mostly Florida. But when they do come, right, they make it a lifestyle where they usually come every year. Then their kids come every year, their grandchildren come every year. Sometimes they have a camper if they can afford it. They drive a camper down here, spend 30 days here.
Well, you're hogging all the heat down here.
Well, I only bring that up is, why would Canadians hate the people that created a great country that they get to visit?
Because you stole all our heat.
See, that is a funny answer, but it's not getting to the root of the issue. The root of the issue is it jealousy?
Yes, because because you have all the heat.
No, it's still skirting the issue.
Come on, man.
All right, I don't think it's that. I know why Montreal hates us, because we're not French. I know that.
No, Montreal hates everybody.
I know why they hate it. My girlfriend explained it to me back in the 90s. This was the 90s when I went there, and never forget, I didn't even know this girl spoke different languages. I dated her for a year, and I didn't even know she went in there in 5 different languages and cursed them out. And she said, this is just the way it is here, but you need to go back tomorrow, and you need to stand in line and order that brisket like I told you, and they're gonna serve you. And I did it. I didn't want it. I said, screw it. What do I want? I don't have even tasted a brisket. What do I need a brisket for? I'd rather have some pasta. She goes, there's no pasta. You need to get a brisket. Try it. This is what they make. They're famous for it. People buy it from all over and ship it all over. Go buy this brisket on St. Catherine Street. And I did go the next day, and they did serve me. They weren't nice to me, but they did serve me, and it was good. I liked it. That was the only time I ever had it, and it was good. Is that something you eat a lot in Canada? Or were you guys in Ontario, or is it just a Montreal thing?
Personally, no, but I know a lot of people enjoy it.
Yeah, we like pastrami here, which is very kind of similar, but it's like a Jewish meat more than whatever brisket is, and that's really popular down here. The pastrami. I like pastrami with mustard, actually.
When you say Quebec, all I want is a poutine.
Oh, what is it?
Poutine.
Never heard of it. What is that? What is that?
It is fries with cheese curds and gravy.
Oh, that's funny, because is it brown gravy?
Yep.
Oh, that's so funny. You're never going to believe this, but in the 80s, when I was growing up in New York, we used to all go to the diner after we went to go party. This was the day where the big nightclubs were in New York City. And us kids would all go take the train to New York. If you're from the boroughs, like I am, I was from Brooklyn, I'm not staying in this line. And we'd all go to the diner, and the girls, not the guys, but the girls would always order French fries with brown gravy. The guy, no, I don't know if there was cheese on it. It might have.
Oh, it's nothing if you don't got the cheese.
Well, that sounds really good. Especially what makes it is probably the brown gravy, because it has to be, because fries are kind of generic, so is cheese, but you can get great brown gravy that tastes good on anything, like the kind that you put on mashed potatoes. That's the gravy, right?
Yep.
If you get great brown gravy, sure, that tastes good. Actually, yeah, if brown gravy tastes good on mashed potatoes, of course it's going to taste good on French fries, because French fries are like mashed potatoes.
Exactly.
And then some people order like there's Wendy's down here, the fast food place, Wendy's. I don't know if you have Wendy's where you live, but here you do have Wendy's. Well, Wendy's sells baked potatoes, and you can get cheese on it.
Oh.
So think about if you got a baked potato from Wendy's with cheese and poured brown gravy on it, that would taste a lot like what you're talking about. Wow, you're making me hungry. All right, we're doing pretty good here on time. Doing pretty good. We're going to get on the express lane, I think, in a minute, and that should be a straight shot, even though it's going to be a lot of traffic because there's a lot of ships here today, but we're doing really good.
Log out this signal stored.
So I'll tell you a story. So I was driving back when my girlfriend finished McGill. She had a teaching degree in McGill, and then she went back to New York to teach. I don't know why she didn't go to college in New York. Maybe because her parents were Greek Canadian, and maybe you guys gave her free college. Who knows? Probably. You guys give everything away for free, so you can have, I mean, I guess she probably got McGill at a discount, I would think, because her mother was Greek, right? They were Greek Canadian, is what I'm saying. They're Greek Canadian. Her mother and father were from Greece, but they were Canadian, so they had dual citizenship, right? So she left New York to go to Montreal to go to school, and then I lived there I went up there for 8 months and lived with her and got a job, and just, I liked it up there. I was probably like 20 years old, maybe, something like that. And I forgot what I was going to say.
She was a teacher.
Oh, I know what happened. Yeah, So when it was time for her to finish school and get a degree and leave Canada to go back to New York to go to work, because that's where she wanted to work, because she used to visit me and stay with me and where I lived, and she liked it there. She was from a different borough. She was from Queens. I was from Brooklyn. She wanted to live with me and be with me, so she wanted to get a teaching job in Brooklyn because where I lived was nicer than where she lived. And so we packed up her Jeep and a U-Haul and put all her furniture in there. And I had some speakers and some DJ equipment in there because I was a DJ and I DJ'd a little bit in Montreal. I was DJing in New York. So when I passed through the, I think it's called Peaksville. Is there a customs station in Peaksville, New York, that goes to Canada? Does anybody know?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Peaksville, I think it's called. So that's where you go through that's when you go from Canada to New York. That's one of the border crossings, the customs crossings. And the border crossing is really high. So when you pull up to them, it's a long line like this, pull up, now it's your turn to give your passport and to drive in New York. So I'm looking up at the guy like this, and he's looking down at me and he says, "Where are you going?" I says, "I'm going to New York." He says, "Why?" I said, "Because my girlfriend is going to teach there." She went to McGill. And then she reaches over and starts speaking French to him because she spoke French. And he said, "Do you have a passport?" And then he said, we reached up, we gave him our passports. And then he says, "Do you have a driver's license?" And I said, "Yeah, I have a driver's license." And he said, "Let me see your driver's license." So I reach in my pocket, grab my wallet, open up my wallet to get my driver's license. And the next thing I know, there's red lights flashing. And he says, "Sir, put your car in park and turn off the key." And I said, "What?" And he said, "Put your car in park and turn off the key." Okay. So, oh, look at this accident. It's a bad one. Let me videotape this one. Remind me what I was saying, because I was getting to the good. I was getting to the good part.
The lights were flashing.
No, I gotta videotape this first. Don't say nothing. Anyway, so I shut off the car and put it in park, and the next thing I know, there's an officer come into her window and opened the door, and he said, "Ma'am, can you step out of the car for a second?" And he took her away. Now I'm in the car still. And then I said, "What's going on?" And he says, "I'm constable, whatever." I think he said constable something. You're currently being detained. And I said, "Why?" He says, "Somebody's going to explain it to you right now." And the next thing I know, my door opens. And I'm looking up at this Mountie guy, big guy with his hat on. And he says, "Can you get out of the car?" I said, "Yeah." So I got out of the car. And he said, "Come with me." Now, he took me somewhere else. That police officer took her there. He took me there. And then the next thing I know, I'm in a room, and they said, so that the police officer asked you for, the customs guy asked you for a license, right? I said, "Yeah, I did." He says, "And then what happened?" I said, "Well, I was going to give him a license, and the next thing I know, lights flashed, and he told me to shut off my car." He says, "Do you have that license for us?" I said, "Yeah." I put it back in my wallet. He goes, "Can I see it?" I said, "Yeah." So I opened up the wallet to give him the license, and he says, "What's that?" I said, "What's what?" He goes, "That." I said, "Oh, that's a marijuana roach." He said, what is it? Now, I'm on video camera, not even knowing, admitting to this. It's a marijuana roach. And he said, yeah, that's illegal drugs that you're in possession of. I said, that's probably been there for 2 years. Matter of fact, I don't even use a wallet. I grabbed this just to travel with. This is 2 years old, this wallet. Look at it. I'm like, this is old. This isn't new. He says, it doesn't matter. It's drugs. It's illegal. You can't bring that into this country. So I'm assuming these are American kind of customs guys, because I'm going into New York. Canadians probably wouldn't have cared about that, right? Coming in. But so he says, you can't bring drugs into this country. We don't know who you are. We don't know why you're in Canada. What's in that trailer? I says, all her furniture and some speakers and some, oh, you're a DJ and you're doing drugs. No, I'm not doing drugs. I don't do drugs. He said, sir, we're gonna take your ID from you. We're gonna fingerprint you, and we're gonna keep you in this room until we talk to the other officer. They had us there for like 4 hours. And then at the very end, when they let us go, because I guess they confirmed her story and my story, at the very end, they made us take all the stuff out of the trailer, me and her. She didn't want to do it. And they just says, well, if you don't do it, you're going to be here until the sun goes down. You better help them. They made her and me empty out all the furniture. It was furniture. And it was my speakers and my big, I had this, they call it a coffin with clips. They made me take everything out. And then the guy gave me a drill, and he told me take the speaker out of the cabinet. With me, I had to do it. So I said, what? He goes, yeah, this is a socket wrench. I want you to take that speaker out. So then I basically took both speakers out. They had some dogs sniffing around over there. 4 hours this is going on. And eventually they cleared us. They didn't find no drugs. And they said, okay, yeah, you can put everything, put the speakers back in and put everything back in the U-Haul and you can go. So that's my story about finally getting out of Canada and coming to New York. That's the last time I've been to Canada. I don't blame Canada. It wasn't even Canadians. These were, I think, American customs guys. And they didn't like me, and I had an attitude, and she had an attitude too. We both had an attitude, so they didn't like us. They were making an example out of us. If we acted different, they probably wouldn't have made a big deal about it, but they did make a big deal about it.
Log out this signal stored.
Oh, they took it. Yeah, they took it. Yeah, evidence. They didn't charge me with anything, so I never got a letter, or they didn't do anything, but they did, make an example, teach me a lesson that you better be careful next time.
Have you ever gone over the border since?
No. No, I only went to Canada. I flew into Canada, I think Peaksville. No, not Peaks. Dorval Airport, right? Dorval? I think it's called Dorval Airport in, was it?
Montreal.
Yeah, Dorval? Yeah. Flew into Dorval Airport, stayed there for 8 months. I got a job. Was working there. I was actually working in a strip club on St. Catherine Street. And I didn't know prostitution was legal back then. I don't know if it still is.
Oh, I don't think so.
Well, it was legal back then. It was legal back then. So I worked there for about maybe 2-3 months. And I could have kept that job, but she graduated. And we both left together, and that's what happened on the way back, Yeah, she eventually broke up with me.
Sounds like you had some good times.
She broke my heart. Nothing good about a broken heart.
Log out this signal.
But she did call me about 2 years ago. Told me that I was the love of her life.
Aww.
And and she wanted to know if I wanted to get together. And I says, what? And I says, what? And I said, what are you up to? What's going on with you? She goes, well, I'm divorced. I have 2 kids. I'm still living in New York. I said, really? She goes, what are you up to? I said, well, I don't have any kids, but I have a girlfriend now for about 5 years. She has a house next door to mine, so we're neighbors. That's how I met her. She's my neighbor. I date my neighbor. And I got my own business. And though I'd like to see you, I can't because I have a girlfriend. And she says, okay, well, if things ever change, give me a call. I said, okay, Vivian. And then when she hung up, I deleted her number and I blocked her number.
Good man.
Yeah. Yeah, if I married her, she would have divorced me too, so. Yeah, I mean, she would have divorced me.
You're such a romantic.
I'm sure the guy she married was a better guy than me, and she left him, right? So, you know, guys in this country don't file. I don't know about your divorce laws, but here, I mean, women just want to get married so they can get divorced.
Oh. Okay.
You don't have it like that in your country. Yeah, because
Well,
in this
I'm sure
country,
there's some,
in
but-
this country, if you could stay married for a year, and then all you do is go, you don't even have to tell your husband. All you do is go see a lawyer and tell that lawyer, I want to leave my husband. That lawyer's going to say, all right, fill this out. The first thing is, what's your husband's bank account number? Who's got the title to the house? Who owns the cars? And an affidavit about all the financials. And if he sees that it's a big money kind of divorce, he says, okay, we're going to represent you for free. Sign right here. We're just going to take 10% of what your alimony is. And your alimony might be $3,000 a month. So we're going to take $300 a month for ever. You just don't get married again. And she's like, really? Yeah, just don't get married again and you'll get $2,700 a month, literally for the rest of your life. Really? Yeah, kinda. Yeah. And you'll get the house, and you'll get the cars, and you'll have the kids, and you'll get the dog, and you'll get the frequent flyer miles. You'll get it all. And once women in America know that that's the deal, you got women marrying multiple dudes every couple of years. I know women like that.
Do you want to get married?
Multiple dudes. No. No. That's a young man's game. I'm old. I got my portfolio. I'm good. Nobody's touching it. But a lot of men, you know, in this country.
I think the guy in Costa Rica has something to say about
That is true.
A lot of men in this country are shattered and broken and zeroed out because of that our divorce laws. And they're very unfair, very unfair. It ruins men's lives every day.
They need to start getting prenups.
Well, no, the prenups could be beat. Yeah, you could beat the prenup.
Jeez.
It's all up to the judge to honor the prenup. There's guys that do prenups and video prenups. And man, all it takes, even on the prenup, they ask the woman, are you on any drugs right now? You could beat a prenup by just saying you're on your period and you're in a bad mood. Yeah, it's all. I hear a lot of stories like that. So a prenup just discourages someone from going forward. But once, if it's a big money, you know, usually prenups are when it's a big money household, and if it's a big money household, you just get a big money lawyer, and the big money lawyer will fight it, and then they start at a negotiating point, and they start getting forensic accountants, which are accountants that the court says is allowed to go look at that man's finances. I'm talking about everything. They look into what stocks he owns and all this, and you know, and a man doesn't want that to be exposed because then he can easily be accused of being maybe a tax evader or something. Once you expose somebody, every bit of financing they have, at least wealthy people, they worry about that. So that's how they get the guy to settle. Because if you don't settle, we're going to put everything you own on a piece of paper, and we're going to cross-reference it with your tax returns. And if it doesn't pan out, you're going to be charged federally probably, because we're able to submit you for prosecution to the government. Very often that the guy just says, okay, what does she want? Let's start at this number and let's go to prenup. It doesn't hold water. Best thing to do is just matter of fact, even if you're married, even if you're living with someone, I think over 5 years in Florida, I think it's 7 years. So if you live with someone for 7 years, they can actually claim support from you without even being married. It's called, I think, civil union. We have it in Florida, and a lot of men kind of break up with their women for that reason. Matter of fact, I think Tom Cruise broke up with Nicole Kidman in California after 9 years or something, because he heard that she was going to divorce him next year, because after 10 years you actually do get more in California. And I think Tom Cruise divorced Nicole Kidman after 9 years because he heard she was going to divorce. So you hear men, like, not that he's smart, he's stupid, but men, smart men now in Florida and in America know that it's not really it's not like it used to be. So I'm good being single. I'm sure Canada doesn't have that many divorces like we have. And 80% of the divorces in this country are initiated by the women. Think about that. No comment? Speak up.
I'm looking up Canada's divorce rate.
I said it, let me say it again. 80% of the divorces in America are initiated by women. No comment?
I agree.
That's a fact.
It's a
Can't
fact.
comment on a fact.
Wait a minute. You agree with a fact?
Yeah, I agree.
That was my first car right there. I had that car. That's funny. Yeah. It's a shame. Matter of fact, I know a few women that have a few different kids from a few different dads, and that girl's driving a Mercedes, living in a condo, because she's got 3 checks coming in every month from all 3 of those dads. One guy gives her $1,600 a month, the other guy gives her $1,100 a month, and the other guy gives her $2,000 a month to put the kid through school, and she has full custody, and he only sees the kid whenever the court lets him. But he has to come up with that money every month, or he can go to jail. Failure to pay child support. Believe it or not, listen to this. This is some Canadian bullshit right now. Listen to this. We have police cars with cameras on the fenders. They probably got this from Canada. You probably got it there. Oh, because Australia has it. You guys are following Australia, and we're following you. That's the trajectory, you know what I mean? So we have police cars here that have cameras on the fenders, and all they do is drive around all day, and those cameras are picking up the license plates, and it's going when it goes that guy has the registration owner, which is normally the person that's driving the car, could be his wife, girlfriend, whatever, but most of the time somebody that's driving the car owns the car, most of the time. But he has a right now to stop that person, because you need a probable cause to stop somebody, right? Normally if they're in the street, they're doing some speeding, some reckless driving, they didn't use their blinker, they could stop them. But not if you just the guy in front of me, he's not doing nothing. But if I was a cop and his license plate went boop, 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 beep, beep, I can put the lights on. Now I can get out and say, are you, let me see your light. Are you Richard, Dawson or whatever? Yeah, sir, you have some unpaid child support. You have a bench warrant from Civil County, Miami-Dade. We're gonna have to take you into custody right now. Can you shut off the car? And that's it. That guy goes to jail. That guy went to jail because he didn't pay every month to the woman that the judge said he had to pay. He could say, but the check got lost in the mail or whatever. It doesn't matter. Once that hits the system, and that woman is the one that contacts the court and says, you told this man to pay me every month. Well, he missed this month, missed 2 months, whatever. He's not contacting me. He's not answering his phone. I don't know where he is. Whatever she says, right? That court automatically has all this information, and they put a civil bench warrant out, which is not criminal, it's civil, but yet it's enough for the police officer to take you to jail and to custody, because that's the only, they feel like he's a deadbeat dad, and that's the only way they can get the money out of him is by putting him in jail, finding out where his residence is, find out where his income is. Then they could put a lien on his property, they could put a lien on his check, so if he works for someone, they can take the money before he gets it. That happens all the time too. Think about that. You don't pay the court and you can go to jail for it, and the police are actively, monitoring license plates. And we have roadblocks here where they do it too, mostly for criminals. But you go down to South Beach on the weekends, they got 4 lanes that merge into one, and there's a cop there with that system, so everybody's going in front of him that's going in South Beach, and he knows they leave a street open for you to turn off, and those guys that turn off, they stop them too, because it looks like you're evading the camera. Yeah. Yeah, but these women live, a lot of them, multiple kids, live really good. Have several $1,000s discretional income that nobody's monitoring how they're spending it. They're not spending it on the kids, a lot of them, they're spending it on themselves. See, I told you it's going to be a lot of traffic, right?
Are we still on time?
For you or me?
Whatever.
I mean, you're not gonna miss the ship. No,
Oh, God, no.
No, you're fine. Am I?
Sailing out, but you won't miss it.
What did he say?
You might see it sailing out, but you won't miss it.
Yeah, it's a lot of traffic. There's a lot of ships, and I already had to cancel one job this morning and refund some people too. Yeah, I originally
Thank you for not canceling us.
Well, no, I was originally going to be later, but I was supposed to pick somebody up at Port Everglades, take them to Hard Rock Cafe, Hard Rock Casino, the guitar, hold their luggage, and then come back later and bring them to the airport. But I got stuck in Miami in traffic like this, and I called them. I texted him and said, hey, I can't come get you. I'm going to have to refund you. And he wasn't upset because he had just gotten off a cruise ship. He had a late flight. He probably got another ride there.
Nice. Not big enough for your though. But then she'll whine all night because she's not in the tent with me. Oh, there you go. So clever.
Man, it's going to take us a long time. I'm getting anxiety. It's going to take us a long time.
What's a long time?
45 minutes, an hour.
Oh, we've got 2, 3, 4.
It's an accident. Actually, when I was coming out of the tunnel, coming from the ship this morning, the main highway, it's open now because that's it up there. The main highway was closed through an accident, and they made everybody go downtown. And this could be the aftermath of that, because everybody had to go downtown, and we have to go through downtown. Actually, I can't sit through this. I have to make a move here. All right, hold your breath. I have to go all the way in front. I have to go all the way in front. I have to go all the way in front. And then I have to cut over. maybe go through the streets. Let me think here. Yeah, you can't sit in this anymore. This traffic's not moving. Let me go. Thank you. Let me go. Thank you. Alright, so I gotta go all the way in the front. Or get off and take the streets. And take the bridge. See, this is the tunnel on the left. Could take the bridge. I have a feeling both of them are gonna be. Come on, stupid. Go straight. Come on. Stupid, go straight, stupid. Okay, so I don't even think I want to cut everybody off because there's nowhere to go. Yeah, there's nowhere to go. This traffic is not even moving, so forget about cutting everybody off. We're going to get off and take the streets and take the bridge. Yeah, we'll take the streets and take the bridge. No way we're going downtown on that traffic. Traffic's not even moving. We're not sitting through that. No. We're going to go this way. Which the GPS doesn't tell anybody to go to this way. They don't know. They don't know that there's another way to get to the port.
That's why we pay you.
Yeah.
You know all the tips and tricks.
Yeah. Okay, so we could probably cut all these people off over here.
K8 out.
Probably cut all these people off over here. Probably cut all these people off over here. Keep going. Keep going. Probably cut all these people off over here. Alright. Keep going. Go, go. There we go. Keep going. Go, 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 go. Okay. Alright. You know, he's going to the cruise. See, this guy's from New York. He knows where he's going. Cruise Express. Which lane you going in, big boy? Can I get in here? Easy, 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 easy. Thank you. Alright, so this is better. This is better. We're on track. Let's see how bad it is. The shuttle has 15 girls. Can you have one? You gotta let me in here now. There we go, thank you. Okie dokie. And look, there's the World America. See on the left? See that left? That big, that's the MSC World America right there. Yeah. Yeah, I think MSC put an office in there, in that office building.
Getting a shuttle from the airport? How far is the airport?
What was that?
How far is the airport? And I suppose which airport? Miami-Dade?
engine. What? Are you kidding me? Where are you going? Down this street? What? No. Hello, transport. Fine? Yeah. When? No, we're booked up today. Right. It's D and F. D and F. There's two carnivals. It's D and F. Yeah, D and F is carnival. Yeah, the Carnival Horizon's D. You're welcome. God bless you. God bless you too. I'm gonna get you guys in the mood right now.
Done what?
I'm gonna get you in the mood.
Move?
Yeah.
Alright. What's the
Cruise ship mood.
That's a number. A number. No one. Yeah, that number. And then it came back straight. And look at how much she's got that in. It's not much.
There we go. It's still gonna take 40 minutes, but it would have taken an hour 40 minutes if I stayed in that other line. But I still say 40 minutes. Let's see. A lot of people get out and walk, but you can't. Not where your ship is. A lot of people get out and walk to Virgin, Carnival, but not where you are. You have to stay in the car, yeah. You're at the end of the island. The longest drive in there, yeah. arena on the left, that big white building, is where the Miami Heat basketball team plays, and where all the concerts are.
Where's your NFL stadium?
And this is where, this property to the left is where they're making Donald Trump's presidential library, right here.
Oh, is it the brown building?
No, this property right here.
Oh, parking lot?
Yeah, because Miami-Dade College owns that building and this lot, and right now they just make money with the lot from people that are going to see the concerts. They make money off of it, but they're actually donating it to Donald Trump and giving it to him for free, so they can do his library there. But their library is going to be sponsored by Miami-Dade College, and you know, a lot of students are going to go in there to learn politics. So they're going to have a class. People are going to pay for politics class, and they're going to teach you about politics. So it's kind of part of the school. But you know, every president gets a library, and this is where his library is going to be. And you would think it'd be in Florida. He's a Florida resident now, and Florida loves Trump. I know Canadians don't love him. I know.
You need to ask louder, Mom.
I know Canadians don't love him. I know.
So
No,
they
he wants
asked
to
if
make.
you love Trump?
He wants to make you the 51st state. I know you don't love him. I know. Yeah, I love him. I love Trump.
You do have some Trump lovers back here.
I do love Trump. Yeah. And I love everybody that loves Trump. If you don't love Trump, I think you have a low IQ. As Trump would say.
I think if you don't love Trump,
But women and men, I think women
What if
and
you have no feelings about Trump?
I think women and men are different. I think women and men are different. I think women have a right not to like him. Let's put it that way. So I believe women shouldn't like him. I believe women shouldn't want him to be the president. But I believe if you're a man and you don't support Trump, then you have a low IQ. I don't put women in that category. That women have a right not to like him. I'll say it again. So I don't dispute anything a woman says when it comes to him. And I agree with everything a woman says about why he's everything that she says. But when a man starts talking like that, no, he's a schmuck. If you don't know what schmuck means, it's a Jewish penis that wasn't circumcised. Ick. Google it.
I never knew the technical term
Schmuck.
for a schmuck.
It's
Thank
schmuck.
you very much.
Yeah, it's schmuck. It's schmuck. So, yeah. But we're not talking politics today. We're going on the cruise. We got the light. Look at this. Record. Thank you. You don't got to tell me twice. Oh, they stopped right behind me. That's perfect. All right, here we go. Another 40 minutes, we'll get there. Even though it's going to be 40 minutes till you get to your ship, believe me, I saved you an hour. It might not feel like it.
We appreciate it.
I saved you an hour. If we would have stayed in that traffic over there, actually, I was in that traffic way too long, talking shit. I could have got out of that line. I could have got out of line 20 minutes earlier, right? I stayed in that line 20 minutes. I didn't have to. I could have just. But
we're 20 minutes out now.
now look, no, listen, no, the GPS is not going to be accurate. Look at everybody walking over the bridge. That's a far walk with their luggage. You know why? Because Uber wouldn't pick them up. Uber's canceling all the jobs.
Oh, wow.
Look at them all walking with the luggage.
Did you just say that they're getting over?
Matter if I offered them a ride, they'd say no. They're gonna get there faster by walking.
Did you say that, like, Susan are getting over?
Yeah, but from the airport.
That's a hard walk, man. Let me tell you something. That's a steep hill.
Looks like it.
I went up there a couple of times. Even with my scooter, barely makes it, and I got a great scooter. That's a high incline. It's not made for tourists to walk over, but some days like this, they have no choice. Mostly young people. You don't really see older people. Mostly young people that are backpacking it, you know, young kids. But nobody should really have to do that when you're going on a cruise. Usually the people walking this way are the people that work on the cruise ships. Because the people that work on the cruise ships in traffic like this, they know they can't get an Uber either, so they walk over. So everyone you see that's walking this way usually works. A lot of dancers and the band and all that, they're getting off in Miami to hang out in this area right here, Bayside Marketplace, where the Hard Rock Cafe is, where the Ferris wheel is, right here to the right. That's where all the tourists go. Bacon Bitch is a popular restaurant, yeah. And that's the Swingers Cruise, Virgin. Yeah. Hello, transport. No, I don't speak Spanish. I only speak English. When? That's good. How many passengers? And where's the pickup and drop off? Yeah.
It's making me very jealous.
Right. So it's $150. It's $150 for a private shuttle. 150 flat, yes, for a private shuttle.
At the day.
Yeah, every trip is going to be $150. You should book it, but not online. You have to book it through text message. I'm going to send you a text message now, Miami Airport text, and you need to text back all the details. All right. Oh, you're welcome. Bye. I'm going to text you now. Goodbye. Every one of the balconies you're going to see is going to have a nice hammock in it. So when you stay go on Virgin and you have a balcony, it has a nice hammock. It's nice.
How does that make them a swinger?
No, they have swinger night here, meaning, you know, men and women share each other.
I understand what swinger is.
Yeah, they have a swinger night. Usually the last night, they have a swingers night. Then they have a toga party.
I thought you were going to say because they have hammocks, they swing.
No, they have a toga party. So the staff gets to pick you. If you're good looking and you got a nice vibe, the staff picks you throughout the whole cruise and gives you a little ticket, which is an invitation to Sir Richard's toga party. And Sir Richard is Richard Branson, who owns it. So he has a toga party in his name every last night of the cruise in one of the rooms that only 100 people are in, but you got to get chosen to go in there. So they probably go into the swingers party, pick some good-looking people, and give them the invitation. And then when you go in, you got to put your phone in a box. You can't bring your phone in there, and you got to put the toga on. Nothing else.
An invitation to a sexually transmitted.
It's a very sexual thing. It is. It's very sexual because it's a very young crowd, and they're, you know, the younger you are, the more sexual you are, right? Starting at 14, 15. The average age here is 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I mean, they're fucking on that ship. It's one of a kind, that ship.
Let's not do that cruise on.
That ship was built for adults, so it wasn't like, it's not a marketing thing where they're just saying, oh, let's just do adults. The Disney ship was built for kids. This is built for adults. So you can get a tattoo on that ship. You could smoke cigars in a cigar room on that ship. The waitress that serves you in the nightclub could have a G-string on and maybe a little tassel around her nipples. And the show, very sexual, very gay. I heard it's overly trans, which is not, that's just kind of a big turn off, but the shows are a very trans show, which a lot of people don't like. So a lot of
Yeah, we've never been there. Not doing that.
yeah, I'm not into it either, but I do like the idea that there's no kids. I do like that idea. But the trans thing and the gay thing, I don't know that I want to go to a show and see all that. I heard it's overly trans, overly gay. Called Biscayne Bay here. And right now we're going over a bridge to go to an island. It's a man-made island. Does anybody know the name of the island? No? I'll give you a clue. It's the name of a car company.
Dodge.
There you go. See all the ships? Look out the windshield. Look at all the ships.
Oh yeah. Which one's ours? Way down on the end. Probably don't even see it. Yes. Maybe miles. Behind me.
Yeah, you can see the balcony. See the red ropes looping, the red ropes on the balconies?
Yeah.
That's the hammock. They're just tied up so they don't catch wind.
Which cruise company gets the most action down here? Carnival?
No, that's the Coast Guard.
Oh,
So do you know which cruise line gets the most action around here? Most popular?
Yeah, I mean, they're all packed. I mean, every cruise is packed. I would say. I mean, Carnival always has 2 ships here, even though it looks like they only have. Yeah, they do have 2 ships here today too. This is probably the Celebration, and that's the Horizon. So, I mean, Royal Caribbean has 2 ships here today too. They have the Independence and the Symphony. So, usually the ships that can have 2 ships at the same time are the most popular.
Have you been down here already today?
Yeah, I picked up at Symphony of the Seas and brought to Fort Lauderdale, and I was supposed to pick people up at the cruise in Fort Lauderdale and bring them to Hard Rock for a tour, and I had to cancel with them, and I just came and got you after that because it was traffic like this to get out of there,
Yeah.
and I wasn't able to pick them up. I was supposed to pick them up at 9:45, and I told them I was going to be an hour late, and they still said okay, that they would wait till 10:45. And I was at 10:15. I was still on this island, and I just texted them and said, sorry, I can't come get you. So originally I thought I was just going to be really late to pick you up, but instead I canceled with them, and I was only a little late to pick you up. Yeah, what's really bad about days like today is people rely on Uber, and Uber won't pick up today. So all these people that are walking are in a very bad mood
Yeah.
because there's no way to get to your ship if Uber doesn't bring you. And all the companies like ours are already booked up. We're already in line to drop people off, or we're going to pick people up. We can't take no more. I got like 6 calls this morning already.
Wow.
Can you come get us? No, we're booked up. So all of these people that are walking, like that's an older guy right there. He's older. That woman's kind of older. See, it's probably easier to walk down the ramp than up. But remember, once you get down, you still got to walk to the ship.
Yep.
Each ship is 3 football fields. So if you're over here at Virgin, or if you're at Carnival, or what if you're at Norwegian? Or what if you're at Royal? Or the worst, what if you're at MSC? MSC's at the tip of the island. And nobody can take you, no cab is going to take you because there's people in every car.
Yeah.
So it's a very bad way to start a vacation, though people are probably happy with it, so at least they're getting to the ship. But it's not cool.
And is it only like this because there's 5 ships
Yeah.
there today?
Yeah, this is a man-made island, and when they made this island, they made it for mostly cargo, because cargo was an industry way before cruise industry, right? So this was really a cargo island to get goods from the Caribbean and South America, and then they would put it on a train. See, there's a train track. You can't see it from here, but there's a train track that used to be leaving from this island. It doesn't work anymore. Now the train track is up. But before there was 18-wheelers easily being able to pick up containers, they would just have boxes of goods coming from the Caribbean landing in this island that they built, and then they put it on a train, and that train went up the East Coast. Well, when they finally added the left side of the island for cruise ships, they only had 3 or 4 of them at the time, and those ships only hold 1,500 people, 2,000 people. So it went from no cruise ships to 2 or 3 cruise ships that had 1,500 to 2,000 people, to now up to 6 or 7 or 8 cruise ships that have 5,000 to 10,000 people on them. And there's nothing they can do about it, because they're not going to squash this business, especially since these cruise lines are building their own terminals now. Like Virgin built their own terminal, Norwegian built their own terminal. the newest terminal is MSC. And if you look at this crane right here, that's Royal Caribbean's new terminal. It looks like they already have one of the walls up right there with the stilts. That's Terminal F. That Royal Caribbean's going to have 2 terminals here. Right now, they're sharing your terminal. So an MSC terminal today is the MSC Divina and the Royal Caribbean Independence of the Seas. So Royal Caribbean has 2 ships here, and the smaller of the 2 is leasing MSC's terminal, because MSC's terminal, they could fit 2 ships. So MSC's smart. They lease their second dock space to one of the other lines that don't have their own terminal. That's what's going on.
Is most of your business going to the cruise port?
Yeah, but I'm very discouraged with this kind of work. You know, very discouraged with it.
Why is that?
It's just too time consuming. It's not worth the money. It's too time consuming. But we usually got to make $100, $150 an hour. That's how much this van makes, $1,000 a day. But when you're sitting traffic like this and you're canceling jobs and you can't give them to anyone else, you know, so.
So are you supposed to have another pickup after us?
My next pickup's at 12:30, and it's going to be late. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, they're flying in. They're landing at 12:30.
Yeah.
So
Got a bit of wiggle room.
yeah, I
there,
got a bit of wiggle room. Yeah.
It looks like your way out should be mostly clear.
And they're going to a Fort Lauderdale hotel, so that's no big deal. It's only when they're going to the cruise ships. Some people fly in the day of, and they want to get to the cruise ship, and you can't really get here after 3 p.m. You know, after 3 p.m. it's iffy whether you're going to get on the ship. 2:30 is like the drop dead time you can get on the ship. This is Royal Caribbean's new office right here. This is Royal Caribbean's building this right here. Parking, and because it's right across the street from their new terminal. So they're building this terminal here, Terminal F, and then they're going to park there. They're probably going to have shuttles take people from the parking garage to the terminal. I told you it was going to take an hour and 40 minutes, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
No, I said it would take us 40 minutes to get to the island, and it could take us another hour to get to the ship. Right now, what they're doing right now is, say the island is like this, which is long and skinny. We're supposed to make a left up here and go to the terminal. What they're doing is they're making it go like this.
Oh, wow.
You see that? They do that to get all the cars out of downtown and all the cars off that highway that are all backed up when I went around everybody, because they can't have the highway backed up and they can't have downtown backed up with the fire department freaking out that they can't move the fire engines and they can't move the ambulances and stuff. They got to keep all these roadways open for the emergency vehicles, and there's a lot of stuff going on a Sunday in Miami where the ambulance and the fire engines are being used like all the time for whatever reason, even for a car accident, right? So they're routing us to the cargo section of the island, which is not being used today because today's Sunday. That's why you don't see no 18-wheelers in this lane, where normally you see a lot of 18-wheelers taking their cargo and then receiving cargo. You don't see any 18-wheelers because it's Sunday. So on Sunday, on purpose, they make the 7-day cruises happen so that way they can max out the port and try to do their best, with the only advantage of there being no cargo 18-wheelers and then they use the cargo section of the island to go snake everybody back and forth. And that's what we're gonna have to go all the way up to your ship and come all the way back down and go all the way up and then go in. Or you can get out and walk. But
Oh, thank you.
I would tell you, if you were going to Virgin or Carnival or Celebrity, I would tell you, you should get out and walk. I would tell you that. But I won't. I would never say it because of what ship you're taking. If you're taking any of these ships, you probably can get to it in about you could probably walk to it in about a half hour, 40 minutes right now. Any of these ships, half hour, 40 minutes, you can walk to it. But we might be in this traffic way more than that. And you guys need the sun anyway.
Yeah.
You're so white.
We're white like our snow.
I have some sunblock if you want some.
Oh, we got lots.
I'm only kidding. I don't have any.
We can't go back
I'm only kidding. I don't have any sunblock. I don't use sunblock.
Mom made sure we had lots of them.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy, see this guy on the left? He's probably one of the band members. See this guy, the Rastafarian guy in that shirt? He probably left the ship, hung out in Miami, now he's walking back because he probably works in the band. He don't have no luggage. Now you do have some people that are into physical fitness that actually will walk up and down this bridge because it's something to do as far as exercise. So some people are just exercising. There's no security. Anybody can come on and off this island, unlike Fort Lauderdale, who has a guard gate. But when you see people with luggage, like this couple right here, this couple's walking to the ship, but they anticipated on taking an Uber. This couple right here. Look how aggravated she looks. She's pissed. Look at her. She's pissed. He's saying, we're halfway there, honey. No, you're not. You're not halfway there. You're just getting started. So we were talking about tourism, right? I mean, it's out of control, right? It's ridiculous. Yay. I mean, it's ridiculous that people from all over the world are coming here to get on these ships. And look what they have to deal with. I mean, you guys are lucky. And you don't have to tip. How lucky are you? Jeez, you got a good bargain. You got a good bargain. Because let me tell you something. If I didn't pick you guys up, you would have missed your cruise. No Uber would have picked you up. No. They need to do something like a tram. They need to put a tram and then put parking lots off the island where shuttle drivers bring you to the lot like that. Then you take an elevator up and you get on the tram like all the high-end airports have.
Yeah.
And then the tram takes you to each terminal. Opens up for a minute, closes, next terminal. That's what they need to do. Because since you really can't walk on and off this island, even though those people are, everyone needs a car and everyone's taking an Uber. And it's ridiculous. One car is taking 2 people. You're really going to get over? Oh, they're letting the buses in? If they let the buses in, they'll let me in. Oh, they're moving the cones. Nice. So guess what? This is your lucky day. Because, listen, very carefully. Because I work here and I have that thing on my windshield, right? And because I'm a shuttle that works out of Port Miami, I have to pay every time I come in here. All these other cars are gonna go like this, even Uber. But me and this bus and all the buses, he's gonna move that cone and we're gonna go like that.
Awesome.
Awesome, right? So now it's only gonna be 20 minutes. Not an hour. Him, hour. Me, 20 minutes. Him, hour. Him, hour.
Google just told me 14.
Yeah, well, I just went back in. Now it's saying 33.
But aren't they going to assume that they can get over too?
They think they can. And then the officer's gonna go like this. Now they just started doing this because they have meetings about, they email you and they ask you to participate in the Zoom meeting. I never participate in the Zoom meeting, but in the Zoom meeting, they probably asked all the shuttle drivers, what do you suggest? And they're like, how about if you're gonna reroute traffic, you don't reroute us? How about that? And that's probably what happened. And they said, okay, we'll try that. So this is like the second or third time. Oh, wait a minute. I see a bus he's not letting in. Oh no, maybe I'm wrong. He just didn't let this bus in.
Don't be wrong, don't be wrong.
Oh no, maybe he's only letting the big buses in. Oh no. Yeah, because there was a bus with a trailer, or maybe he didn't have a sticker. He's looking for the sticker. Yes, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's see if this white van, if he lets this white van in, then he'll let me in. No, he didn't let him in. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, he's arguing with him. He's arguing with him. Look at this, and he's walking away. He's walking away. He's walking away. He's not letting anybody in. What's going on? Somebody call him on the radio.
Give me his number, I'll talk to him.
No, his boss needs to call him and say, what are you doing? We're supposed to be let through.
You should have his boss's number.
He's not even letting this other bus go through. Look at this. Oh, he's letting him through? Is he letting him through? Is he letting him through? Is he letting him through? He is letting him through. Why are you letting certain people through? What about me?
You're not there yet.
Are you kidding me? What the? Go, 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 go. He's letting everybody through. He's letting everybody through. Go, 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 go. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. Jesus, thank you. Praise the Lord. I am a born-again Christian. I am a born-again.
Let's go!
Oh, I am a born-again Christian. Look, getting out of the Uber. Getting out of the Uber. Jesus. Thank you, Lord.
What was he just yelling for?
Oh my God, no, somebody called him on the radio and said, let him through. Remember I said somebody needs to call him? He works by a walkie-talkie. We did it. Look at those people, an hour. That line, they're going to the end of the island and then coming back. This is the line coming back. All the way at the end of the island. Yeah, we gotta go in this lane. Oh. Gotta go in that lane. Oh, you're gonna go too? I'll let you go. I like your rims. You can go in front of me. Go ahead. Those are nice. All right. You're gonna go too? I mean, you're gonna go too? Hurry up if you're gonna go. Hurry up. Careful. Oh, careful. My mirror. Oh my God, I almost took my mirror off. Hey, what's up, Ronnie? No, it's not. It's Sunday. So stupid. Ronnie. 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 Wait. Ronnie, wait. Ronnie, it's Sunday. Stupid. Go ahead, Ronnie. Go ahead. Saturday. So stupid. You look like a chicken without a head, with his head cut off. You see him? Dang, dang! What's that? You should be used to this already. Why do you got your blinker on? Look at him. He's a nervous wreck. Look at this guy. What are you gonna do? You're a nervous wreck. He's like, ah! Stupid. Anyway, hello, transport. For how many people? It's $20 each, one way. You booked through text message. Yes.
K8 and
Yeah, car seats and boosters are free. All right, bye. See, this is the line. See, remember I told you? They're going all the way there and they're coming back. And look, that's the line coming back. This is the traffic coming. This is the traffic coming back from your terminal. This right here. That's the traffic coming back from the island. See, they're going around. That's the U-turn. This traffic is what I got to get in after I drop you off. This. But that traffic, look. See, it's going here and making a U-turn. Look at that bus. They didn't let that bus in. See that? They let us in. We would have been in that traffic. Praise the Lord. Say it.
Praise the Lord!
You heard that, Jesus. I get the credit for them being saved. They're believers.
Oh my God, Nick, you're getting a 5+ star.
Oh, today was your lucky day. You guys lucked out today. I'm happy for you. Remember, no tip. As much as you wanna. Don't do it. Refrain. I won't think negative of you. I'm telling you not to do it because of the money exchange. All right, your vacation starts now. You happy?
Very.
Yahoo!
Me too.
And you don't have to pick, or you don't have to cancel your 12:30.
Yeah, I'll get there. You're right. I'm gonna get you right up in the front too, so you don't have to walk. I'm gonna get you right up in the front, even though there's no spots. I'm gonna make my own spot. Get you right up in the front, so you don't have to walk. Look at that. There is a spot just waiting for me. Look at that. You guys are gonna go up those escalators right there. We just got to get somebody to get your luggage. Okay, so I'll open up the door, and you guys meet me in the back of the trailer, and we'll get the porter to take care of you. All right, so I'm gonna open the doors and take the seatbelts off. Watch your head. And come in the back of the trailer.
Access signal acquired.